This question is about a fear of putting out door hangers or marketing pieces, blowing the money, and it not working. And it is a very, very valid fear. This individual, though, says they refuse to work for anyone. They're determined to make it on their own. And I think that's absolutely fantastic. I think you should do everything necessary and do whatever amount of time and hours and heartache and frustration and expense you have to commit to this. You should do it to make this happen. It will set you up for a completely different life down the road. And so I think you're going down the right path now to address the fear. It's a fear that everybody has. I've had it. Everybody's had it. I've lost plenty of money making mistakes. Unfortunately, that's how we generally learn. So I'm going to give you a piece of advice that you probably won't like, but if you follow it, you will be successful. The reason that your direct mail won't work, whether it's direct mail or door hangers or whatever it is, it doesn't matter what the media is, whether it's a direct mail piece or a letter or a postcard or whatever, that's the media. It doesn't matter what the media is. The message is what matters. Now, media plays a part. You want to make sure it gets read. You want to make sure it gets seen. You want to make sure it doesn't just go straight in the trash. So media plays a part, but the message is the most important part. Actually, more important than the message is that you're going after people that can buy your service, the market. You got to make sure the market's right. If these people can buy from you, if they can afford you, if they have a need, the best way to figure that out is, do you already have tons of competitors in that neighborhood, in that area? If you have tons of competition right there, tons, then there's a need. That's the perfect market. You don't look for a market where there aren't competitors. You look for the market where there's the most competitors, because that means there's huge need. Once you get that out of the way, because that's number one, your next most important thing is the message. And this is where the advice comes in that may not be so exciting. How do you perfect your message? Well, if you want to communicate, if you want to make this stuff work, then you have to be saying things to your prospective client that resonates, that makes them like, yeah, I need this. Like, yes, I'm going to get up off the couch and I'm going to call them. I'm going to go to my computer. I'm going to request an estimate right now. What is it that you'd have to say to make that happen? That's really what this comes down to. If you think about it in that simple of terms, you'll be able to figure this out. What would it take to get your prospect to take action and be really realistic about this? Like, what would it take? Let's say somebody's selling you something, not lawn care because you know lawn care, but something else completely different, like washing your car, coming to your home and washing your car every week. Well, that's a luxury that most people might not spend money on. So what is it that I would have to say to you that would be so convincing that you would spend $35 or $40 a week or whatever that number is for me to come to your house and wash your car every week? You've got to really think about it in that terms. That type of thinking is what you apply to solving the problem of ensuring that your material is going to work, that your marketing is going to work. So the way you do this is you go knock on doors. It's the fastest, easiest way. Just go knock on some doors. Tell yourself that this is a test. I may not sell anything, but I'm going to learn an incredible amount. And just start knocking on doors. So we're not looking to make sales here. Sales are a bonus. What we're looking for is we're looking to figure out what people object to. So when you say, hey, I'd like to mow your lawn. Hey, I'd like to take over your pest control. What is the objection that they say? Oh, I'm too busy. Oh, I've already got a service. Oh, no, I don't need you. My son does it. Oh, no, we don't have any bugs in our house. No, our lawn hardly grows. We don't really need any help with that. What are the objections? So you're listening to that. Then you're listening to what are their frustrations. No, you know what? I've got a lawn company, and every other lawn company I've ever tried, they're no good. They don't close the gates. No, I'm sorry. I don't know who you guys are. I can't use you because the last lawn company I hired that knocked on my door, they scalped my yard. No, I can't hire you because the last spray company that I hired, they burned my lawn. I mean, now you're listening to what are their complaints. Next, you're listening to dislikes. So, for example, we'd really feel more comfortable going with somebody like True Green, a bigger name. Oh, I appreciate it. Thanks for knocking on my door. But we're really looking for a company that has workers' compensation insurance. You're probably not going to actually hear that when you knock on a door. But examples of where they turn you away, their objections, and there's something they dislike. Oh, we really would like to have somebody on our lawn that's got a uniform and a painted truck. Again, these are things you're not really going to hear, but they're examples of dislike. So what is it they dislike about you? What is it they express that they dislike? Sort of different from a complaint, but dislike about your competition. And then with that, you're concluding what their fears are. So what are their fears? Their fears are that they're going to overpay. Their fears are that you're not going to do a good job. Their fears that they're going to switch lawn care companies again, and you're going to once again let them down like every other lawn care company has. Their fears are that they don't know if your people are trustworthy and honest. Their fears are that you're not really going to show up on the day that you promised. Their fears are on and on and on. So you're looking for, what are the objections? What do they dislike about me or my competitors? What are their complaints about companies like me? And then from that, you conclude their fears. This lets you craft the message, because when you can answer all of these things, so they have, let's say, a checklist in their mind. They don't realize they do. They have a checklist of 8 things that are their buying criteria. And when you, on your marketing piece, address all 8 things, so you preempt their objections and you address those, you position yourself to win this game. So the question isn't really, how do I ensure that I'm not going to make a mistake and waste my money and marketing's not going to work? The real question is, how do I minimize it? How do I take the most risk out of this process of marketing? And the way you do that, again, and I've covered this in many other videos, is you make sure you're going after the right market. Tons of competition. Then you make sure you're going after that market at the right time of year. Don't sell me mowing in winter. Don't sell me fertilization weed control in winter. Don't sell me irrigation when I don't have an irrigation system in my lawn and you're selling me repair work. You get the idea. Sell it at the right time of year. Sell me something that I can actually buy, and then preempt my objections, my fears, my frustrations, and then give me a reason to do it. So I'll add 2 more. Give me a reason to do it. Why in the world should I take action with you now? Why should I not just wait till next year? Why should I not just wait another month? Because remember, it's a hassle for me to drop my current company and go with you. Why should I work with you now? You've got to give me a compelling reason to do it. And just addressing my objections is not enough. You might have to give me something, a bonus, a gift, a freebie, something. And $25 free to mow your lawn, it's not very exciting. So you gotta get me something to make me move. And then I'll leave with this. On that marketing piece, and I've covered this in many other videos too, how do you get me to look at your marketing piece over the other 3 that are on my door right now? How do you stand out, catch my attention, and get read? And I keep your piece, and throw your 3 competitors in the trash. How do you get me to notice you above every other piece on my door and all the other noise that's happening in my mailbox and on my door? That's the stuff you work on, and when you figure that out, then you've nailed it, and you'll minimize your risk. You'll minimize your mistakes. Even the pros screw this up. There is no high-dollar marketing person that you can hire that will get it right all the time. There are so many variables you will make mistakes. This is a game. You're not just doing marketing once. You're doing marketing over years and years and years. You're going to have some screw-ups. Nothing you can do about it. It's part of the game. But the wins build the business. The wins make you rich. The wins give you a great lifestyle. So you're playing the game to minimize risk and achieve as many wins as possible. And the best way to do it is just get out there and start testing in small samples. Try little things. And the way you learn the fastest is go talk to people, hear what they say, and then apply that to your marketing. And then read marketing books. On Lawn Care Millionaire, you can download my free ebook that has 34 books in it that are the 34 best, most important books that I read. A bunch of those books are about marketing. Read every book on that list, do everything I just said, and you will be successful, and you will make a minimal number of marketing mistakes. Good luck.